She was my roomie. No, you didn't squash me. She was fantastic. She taught me how to pass my KCPE by focusing on my strengths. I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you so much for these. For this meeting. I'm seeing people I've not seen in a while. Eunice, I can see you. Hi. Yeah, so thank you so much, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies. Yes, my name was Judy Gidinji, currently Judith Ririani, and was in the class of 1984. Thank you very much to the school and the board, the principal. We're very grateful that you have called us here to meet together and try to strategize on how to get back the glory that was Limuru Girls, because there's work to be done by all of us. There is so much that there's so much water under the bridge, but I think we can still get it back to what it was, and it requires a lot of us to put our efforts together. Now, in a way of giving back to Limuru Girls, we sponsored one girl. Her name was Caroline Kinuthia, and she finished last year. She got a B+, so we actually are very happy that our efforts did not go to waste. In my professional life, I ran an aviation school. We train pilots. We ran Kenya School of Flying. That's a family business. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Caroline Mugera. I left Form 4 in 1984 for W, Niger House. So I was a swimming team, drama, anything that, yeah, like you said, would get me out of the school. And I'm glad to be here and to give back whatever we can do. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adrien Mukwanyaga Nkonge. I was in 4P. I was in Tana House, class of 2017. I am currently a lawyer and I'm undertaking the advocates training program at Kenya School of Law. So, mawakili, tutatuma CV. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Miriam Kerubo Nyakundi, class of 2017. I was in 4M Tana House. Recently graduated from the University of Nairobi. Currently at the Kenya School of Law, also undertaking my advocates training program.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mercy Achola. I was known as Mercy Mwikali. I was in class of 87, not Julie's 87. There were A levels, I was O levels. And I was a follower, maybe a late bloomer, better still. I was not a prefect, I was a follower. Why do I say that? My mentor, John Maxwell, says you have to grow on the inside before you can show on the outside. So Kenya High, where I went for my A levels, actually benefited from what Limuru Girls had groomed in me, because that's when I became head of CU there. Limuru Girls formed me. When I went to Kenya High in my first week there, the first detention I got was because I refused to show up for supper, dinner. In Limuru Girls, we chose when to eat, when to go and eat, you know? And I was like, why is someone forcing me to eat? And in Kenya High, it was compulsory to go for all meals. So I got punished to weed the flowers around the library because I refused to go to eat. But that was the independence that Limuru Girls had put in me. When we went to university, when we could determine what classes to go for, how to show up, how to be disciplined, that was something I had learned in Limuru Girls. And I realized from that time how a difference Limuru Girls had made in me. Today, I am a leadership trainer, executive program leader with the Maxwell leadership team. And I run a company called Valley Connect Management Consultancy. So I'm in the leadership space, training leaders, corporate leaders, individuals, teams, and everyone and everything in between, because we need leadership. There is not a single organization that can say they have enough leaders. Prior to that, for 20 plus years, I was in the corporate space. My last stint being Deputy CEO and COO at the Kenya Association of Manufacturers. Now, with the Maxwell leadership team, allow me to announce this here. The month of April is something we call Global Youth Initiative. And we are actually encouraged as Maxwell certified leaders to go out and reach out to the youth. We have plentiful of youth programs. And Madam Principal, I would like to actually request if we can have an opportunity to serve the girls through that. I'm also happy that Wanjira is saying we are going to revive the alumni, because I think we can equip the alumni to be also able to run this program, to reach out to the youth, so that when you go to give back, you're not saying you don't know where to start. Would be happy to do that. I could go on and on. I'm so excited to be here. And our class, 87, 89, we did support some girls in the past. We sponsored them through the 4 years. That was before COVID. We're still very intact. We have a WhatsApp group that is vibrant. And it is our safe space. We go there to vent anything and everything, because we know we look out for each other. But one of the other spectacular things that I will wind up saying is, being an LGS alumni has made me connect Mary Angawa, who was here. Rhoda Ondeng, the first opera Kenyan singer. Today we are pals like this. Not because of anything else, but because she was in LGS and so was I. And I could name others, but that is the power of what LGS can do. So I do encourage you, even as we are here today, let's connect, let's network, because your network will be your net worth. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Lena Gashoki. I'm a leadership and management facilitator at Strathmore Business School. I'm also an executive coach there. I mentor the girls at Strathmore University, and when they are giving us the girls, I always tell them, I want a Choxerian in my list, because I feel so proud when I see them there. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you to the management of the school for getting us here. And I've actually also been jealous of other alumni associations. And it hit me last year when we lost a colleague from Kenya. She was in Kenya High, and the Kenya High alumna was represented. And they said whenever they have a funeral, they actually sing their school song. And I was like, wow, it's such a ownership of the school. They are proud to be old girls. So I'm happy that we have this, and I am always so happy when I meet a Choxerian. Again, at Strathmore University, we have one of the girls at our clinic, and whenever I go there, people know, yeah, Choxerians are here, because we get to be so noisy, to talk a lot about our school. So here, I'm happy to be here, and I look forward to supporting the school. Thank you very much. And yes, I remember her as the deputy captain. We used to fear her. I am happy to see her smile. I happened to be in school with the brother, Victor, and I used to ask him, does your sister smile? Anyway, thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Ruth Bahati, class of 2021. I'm a student of Mount Kenya University pursuing Bachelor of Laws.
Good morning. I'm Masi Sandra, class of 2021. Currently at UN pursuing nutrition. I was in 4W and I was a class captain. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mariam Masharia, class of 2006, 4K, Zambezi House. I was not a prefect. I was the school noisemaker. I was very tiny. I was very tiny but very loud, and I really enjoyed my time at Limuru Girls, and I thank the management for organizing this forum. I'm currently a researcher, a social behavioral research scientist at the Kenya Medical Research Institute, with interest in neglected tropical diseases and sexual, maternal, and child health, and I'm very excited to be here. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sheila Naino Sempele Malonket. Thank you, Carol. I'm a granddaughter to the first Kenyan who went to the US for studies. That is Malonket Ole Sempele. It's me, okay? I was in a class of, you can't believe it, 1992, but don't I look like 2007? I was in Tana House, and proud to say that I've worked for Kenya Airways for 18 years. Then I've started my own business. I do catering. I'm in hospitality. I make you a guest in your own event. So look out for me. Thank you, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. All protocols observed. My name is Agnes Lusweti. I'm again deepening this class of 92. I'm a research scientist at the National Museums of Kenya. When I was in Chalks, I was in 4L, Volta House. We were always competing, and we ended up at number 7 or number 8, depending on if it was drama or swimming. I think things changed. Vindu vichenjanga. When I left, I was also a prefect, part of the system. I was a ranger, and when I heard one of my ladies talk about STEM, please include National Museums of Kenya as one of the laboratories which you could use in that in the STEM program. I'm a botanist. But most of all, I like hanging out with my class of 92, which turned 30 last year. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rosalind Gichuru, formerly Rosalind Kamau. I was with a few people I can see over here. I haven't seen my classmates for over 30 years, most of them, but we see them on social media. I was in 4M. I finished school Form 4 in 87 and Form 6 in 89. I'm a food scientist. I'm based in South Africa, and I'm happy to be here to support the school in any way that I can. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. She's the reason I joined Limuru Girls School. And before that, I had followed her sister in primary school to boarding school. This is my cousin. And I guess seeing her and who she was in Limuru Girls is what made me choose Limuru Girls School. My name is Edith Nyaboto Gedashuri, class of 1997, 4M Tana House. Yay! I was on the noisemakers list every single time. I think in the WhatsApp group, I'm still on the noisemakers list. But we are really, really excited, those in the WhatsApp group. We're very excited to have this. A colleague of mine commented lately, I thought you went to group of schools, when I told him I went to Limuru Girls. Because he said, hey, but there's a class that you have that I thought was from, one of those international schools. Chalks for life. And I think there was a lady who commented there and said that there's a sense of class and ownership of yourself that we get as Limuru Girls ladies. Very excited to be here in Fidevade. So glad to see people I didn't even know were in Chalks. And hi to everybody online, especially from class of 97.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so I was in the class of 2021. We were the year 2020, but unfortunately, because of COVID, we finished in the year 2021. I was a chapel captain. I'm really happy to be here. When I saw the event, I was like, no, I'm going to this one. No, I won't miss. So I'm in Kenyatta University doing real estate management. For the lady that talked about the value connect and the one that said she was a value, I really hope we connect. Yeah, I really hope we connect. And I would really love to say that Limuru Girls really made me me, and it's really mentored me to the point where I am, and I'm always happy to just say that I am a Chokserian. And truly, I want to support and say that people say we are off class. When I talk, people are like, which school did you come from? In the group of schools? No, and I tell them, no, I was in Chalks. So, yeah. Happy to be here and thank you for the event. Yeah. And for anyone who is watching from online, the class of 2021, hi everyone, you are well represented. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Fatuma Ibrahim, class of 1990. Tana House, 4L. I'm an IT specialist, but a business lady now, running my own business. I'm happy to be here. I've always been asking myself, where are these old girls of Limuru Girls? I mean, I don't know whether than Asha. So that's it, but happy to be here today. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. I'm Asha Abdullahi. Glad to be here, representing the year 1990. I was in Nile, and I used to play games. Most of the time I was in hockey, and I'm very proud of being here. And I also represent the class of 2014. My daughter was there. And I want the headmistress to hear this. I want my other daughter to join this school. So I hope you'll give me a chance. I'm so proud of being a Chokserian. I feel happy. I just feel happy being. And I will always go visit there. I will just go see how things are doing now there in the school, back in the school. And very proud to be here. Thank you.
A round of applause once again, ladies. I know there are a few who've just joined us. Maybe you can just raise your hand so that I can get to you.
Morning, ladies. My name is Alea Cooper, class of 95. I'm glad to be here. I'm also one very proud old girl. I was in basketball. I was in chapel choir. I played handball. And I was very happy to be in Limuru Girls. So, and I work at the Ministry of Interior. I'm a registrar of persons. No, we register people IDs. So I'm so proud to be here, and I'm glad to see all of you. Right now I have 2 girls in Limuru Girls. I have my twins in Form 2. I am so happy to see all of you. And even the ones who are watching online, I'm so happy. We need to support the school. Yeah, the school, I was so happy. I used to tell my girls about Limuru and sing our school song, But when they went to school, they could not believe, the difference. Yeah, I want to tell them, kuna chalk spice, all those things. Yeah, we used to have chalk spice. You can't even eat eggs in another school. You eat all your snacks in school. So I think we need to go and mentor the girls. If we can have people who can go and mentor them. Because like for my girls, they used to hear a lot about chalks from me. But they don't see it. You see, they don't see it. We need to mentor those girls. I'm so proud of the school. I hope they will clear and they'll be proud of the school, as proud as I am. Thank you so much. I'm happy to see all of you. Thank you.
I know I spoke before, but because I may be leaving for another engagement, please, I will take the shortest time possible for the sake of those who are watching this morning. I've just received people telling me there's something I have to say. So as I said, I was class of 96. Many people participated in extracurricular activities. I didn't. I chose the easier option, which was to study. I rose from the bottom of the class to get the first airplane in the year 1996. If you go back, that was the first and only airplane at the time, and it was the time when A was really an A. So Margaret said that she was my cube mate and I taught her to pass exams. So what I have since done is that I've been helping students to pass their exams. I wish I could teach them extracurricular. It's a good thing, but for me, it's about passing exams, getting the A's. I have taught primary schools, children to get over 400, join national schools. I have taught children effective study habits in high school. They have ended up getting A's, including last year in Nairobi school where my son was. Another one is there. I want to say this so that I can be held accountable, that I'm ready and willing. I'm your ultimate plug in case you want me to help the students, including your own children, to transition with A's, direct to university where you don't have to look for space, but they will get the space. So I run an organization called Effective Parenting Solutions Limited. You can check online, you can check my YouTube videos, a lot of work I've done all over the world, it's recorded. And so what I do is that I teach parents to raise their children effectively, and I also teach children to learn life skills that will help them to lead effective lives, even as they enjoy fulfilling relationships. I thought I need to say that for the sake of my class who are saying, you're not saying the other thing that you do. So thank you, I would have loved to stay till the end, but I have to rush somewhere for another engagement. Thank you.
Thank you. In Fide Vade, everybody. Can you feel the school spirit? Because I can. Well, who else needed introduction? The noisy class.
Noisy and vibrant class. Anyway, good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see everyone here. And I was just asking on this table, is the selection done based on vibration? You're amazing people, you're alive, you're present, and that matters. Anyway, I'm Mercy Adero, class of 2000, the unbeatable class. Yeah, but anyway, we are blessed to be ex-Chokzarians. And not just ex, we are also Chokzarians by spirit. I just heard we have a class of 89. We were in class 1 when she was finishing. But look at her, you can't tell it. And that's what I'm saying, our vibration is very different. Oh, I'm a Nigerian. Woo! Stream. K. Club. Swimming. Woo! Yes. Drama. Yeah, I remember, but you can see it. Anyway, and during my time, we won. We went to the nationals. You remember? Up to Nyeri. And of course, a fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. So during my daughter's time in her primary school, she also took her school to the nationals. She was the best soloist. So hii kelele tumefikisha kwa watoto. But anyway, career, I'm an ESG consultant, the new emerging normal, that is environmental and social governance. And I call myself the top international ESG consultant. Kwa hizi masekta zenu tu zote, please take care of the environment. Climate risk doesn't know you by name. When it rains and floods, it doesn't know Ruto's car, Uhuru's car, my car, and your car. It will sweep them all away. So can we do something and protect our environment and hand over a healthy ecosystem to our children? All right? So, in Fidevade. Yeah, thank you.
Right, thank you so much for that. Justina, I can see you here. I didn't know you were an alumni.
Hi, good morning. Yes, let me tell you, government has been saying diversity and inclusion. I think we should lead in this process, right? So my name is Justina Wamai. Kenyans know me as a politician, 2027 presidential running mate, but I'm into supply chain management. But where I get my daily bread, I say I'm a ndorologist. If you're Kikuyu, you know ndoroni, matope. So when you want to excavate, when you want to build, you have to excavate. So that is the business I do. I'm located on Eastern Bypass. And sitaongea mingi because I came late, but there's someone who said that we can lead this nation. Si rais amepatikana? Asante sana.
Good morning. Class of 2000. How are you? How are you this morning? My name is Nelly Njoroge, class of 2000. Once again, I'm a psychologist. I was in Niger House. I used to swim, but I don't remember what else I used to do. Maybe they can remind me as we catch up. So I'm so excited to be here. I was telling my neighbor here, who I didn't know is so popular, that it's not easy for a school to reach 100 years. Kudos to Limuru Girls. So those people online, class of 2000, hello. We wish you are all here so that we can make a lot of noise. We are such noisemakers. And I'm a school manager. I love working with children. And whoever is in the school education sector, maybe you can connect after this. So enjoy the rest of the catch-up.
I'm being reminded, I forgot. From Form 1, I was in 1W to 4W. I was class prefect to W to 4W. I was in Athi, but I don't know how I went to D-Doms. Said Niger, I used to sleep huko D-Doms. Nimesahau kitu ingine? Hapana. Thank you so much. Pardon? House, Athi. 2005. Asante.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jane Maina. My name hasn't changed. Hey, 92s. I can see a few of us here. Class of 92. Confirm, Sheila? Oh, yeah. And yes, I see Miss Kagendo, many years. I currently work as a public health specialist with the World Health Organization. Been in Geneva a couple years. I'm coming back. But I got stuck during COVID in Ethiopia. So I'm currently working for WHO in Ethiopia. And the current UN lead for Ethiopia is a Syrian. I don't know if she's here. Yeah, she's leading the entire UN fraternity in Ethiopia and flying the Syrian flag. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lucky Agatia Aliviza, class of 2017. I was in L Stream, Volta House. I was in Law Club, Math Club, Music Club. I was also captain handball. Yeah, I was never a prefect. Actually, I was always in the punishment parade every week. Yeah, I was one of the naughty ones. I was a noisemaker. Yeah, Limuru Girls is a very good school. It really shaped me to who I am today. I went to Kenyatta University and did become specialized in accounting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to interact with everyone in this room. I'm happy to be here.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dori Chepkemoi Langat, class of 2022. I am a young old girl, and I'm very pleased to be among very beautiful and amazing ladies, and I can't wait to be like that when I'm older. I was in Elstree, Zambezi House. I was corporal and sergeant in St. John Ambulance, and I was in swim team. My desire is to pursue nursing. Yes, thank you.
Hi, morning everyone. My name is Joyce Mombi Kinyanjui. Hi, 99. Good to see you guys. It's been long, but it's a pleasure to see all of you, both young and young at heart. And I was not a prefect. I was in Niger for W stream, and the many clubs, drama club. There was a year we qualified for nationals, and because of the strike, quote unquote, we didn't go. So it's a pleasure to see all of you. I'm in communication. I work for the Standard Group. So in case you have anything to communicate, I'm here. Yeah. Everyone those ones who are online, karibuni sana. I know my classmates are there and my year mates, so it's a pleasure.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Njeri Jomo. I was Beth Muthama then. I was in 4M, I was in Stream L. I was also Tana House captain. My original dorm was Donyo Sabuk A. I have not forgotten that one. Today, I occupy myself as the CEO and Principal Officer of Jubilee Health Insurance, the leading health insurance provider in East Africa. And I am proudly Chokserian. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause once again. I believe the mission of Limuru Girls School is to teach and mentor students who will excel in academic and character development. I believe you're all true testament of the work that is going on at Limuru Girls. I believe there's one more. Are you shy?
Hi, morning everyone. I'm Brenda Marango, class of 2004. 4W, Nile House. Yeah, I'm an advocate by profession, running my private practice here in Nairobi. And I'm really just excited to be here, to meet everyone again. I guess we've not been in touch with many people since we left school, and it's an exciting opportunity to give back to the school and just encourage one another and the students coming up within the school. So thank you very much, and happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you. I believe there are a few who haven't gotten the chance to speak, but because of time, I'll give you at the tail end. I just want to take the opportunity to now introduce the captain of the ship. I'm talking about the captain of the Limuru Girls School, that is our chief principal, to roll out the agenda, Teresa Mwangi.
Hello. Shoxildians. Hi. You are good? I can see it is all on your faces. I'm Teresa Mwangi, the Chief Principal, Limuru Girls. And before I let you know why we called you here this morning, I want my teachers to come and we sing for you the school song. Kindly, my teachers, maybe I request each one of you to stand up. Kindly stand up as you join us in the school song. Come.
Backward, never forward we gone, never returning, always we gone. There's a challenge we face with pride and with strength. In fide vade, in faith we go. Stand to victory, stand to victory. In fide vade, in faith we go. Stand to victory, stand to victory. In fide vade, in faith we go. Understanding, always we shall be. Learning and giving smiles everywhere, correct. As daily lest we go astray, we'll stand to victory, we'll stand for all. Do like this, stand to victory, stand to victory. In fide vade, in faith we go. Stand to victory, stand to victory. In fide vade, in faith we go.
In faith we go, and in faith we were able to organize this meeting, and we knew you will come. In faith we knew the Limuru Girls will turn up. Welcome once again to this event. We are delighted. I'm personally very, very delighted to see the girls that have passed through Limuru since 1968. The class of 1968 is represented here all the way. And I've seen my very recent girls, 2020. 2020, where are you? Yes, the girls are here. I joined the Limuru Girls during the COVID time, allowed November 2020, and I found a great school. I had heard about the Limuru Girls. I had visited the school once. Little did I know that I would be told it would be decided to go to Limuru Girls. And I said, this beautiful. I found a giant. And it is confirmed today. The school has produced giants in all sectors. Clap for ourselves. We are 100 years old now. We are 100 years old. And that is our main agenda today. Apart from the girls catching up, we wanted to alert you, to bring it to your attention. We are 100 years old. Limuru Girls is 100 years old, and I want to take you down memory lane. Where is our teacher? Mr. Isaka. Take the girls through, take them down the Nanja house, the Nile Dome, the old chapel, the main dome. We want to take you down the memory lane. That's the main block. You can recognize where you used to. Can you see? That is the other side. That's the main block. The Limpopo, the Earth House, the Arctic, Donjus Sabuk, Dome. It is still there. And that is the best door. It is still existing. 100 years. Can you see it? Has it changed? Has it changed? The girls today call it a monument. Look at that Nile House. Cubis. Yes, cubis. They were called cubis. But today they are called Nile House. Nile House. Inside there are small cubis. Small, meant for one. But I can tell you today, there are 4 girls. That is the old ablution block. That's an old ablution block for our students. School hall. Can you see the school hall? Evelyn, you can see the school hall. Yes, it is still there. The current school library. Can you remember there was a small library somewhere? Yes, it is still in existence. The chapel. It has not changed at all. It is still there, still standing. Yes, let's move on. The Form 3 tuition block. Can you see that's now the old school? That's where the Form 3s are. Around the old school, that's where the old classes, the classes that had chimneys. Yes, you remember the classes that had chimneys? Yes, that's now the 4-4 block. Remember the physics lab? Do you see the physics lab? Yes, it is still there. As it has not changed. The staff room facing the chapel. Those who are there, the staff room facing the chapel. And there we are. That is the administration block for Limuru Girls. Do you see it? The girls come and they say the principal of Limuru Girls sit in, they call it a monument. That is it is, administration block. When the chairman and the PA and chaplain come to see the principal, we have to get down because we can't fit in that small office. Perimeter wall, the school has been able to put a perimeter wall along the road. That's the perimeter wall. The white building, we have a visitor's toilet, but on the east side, that's a visitor's toilet. It was put up next to the gate. Yes, and that's the newest ablution block. The girls call it Brazil. That's the nickname. Brazil, why? Because we did put the flashing verbs. We imported them from Brazil. Yes, so the nickname Brazil. They are top of the art. They are beautiful. Very well done for our students. Lower field, there's a lower field. The school sits on the upper field, but the lower field, we have another washroom where the girls, when they go for competitions, for training, for the various games, they at the corner somewhere. I didn't hear anybody from Shulu. There's a Shulu A, B, and this is C. This is a Shulu C. And by the way, the Shulu C was part of this, is the former small dining hall. Remember the small dining hall? We have converted it into a dormitory. It is called the Shulu C. Yes, Shulu House. We move on, Mr. Isaka. Zoya House. Now we are taking you to the very recent Limuru Girls.
That's the Nzoia dormitory. It is coming up. We are now at the 4th floor, and the last and the final 4th floor. We have the kitchen. We've redone the kitchen. Our girls are eating bread, manufactured by us, starting this year. Limuru Girls, that is the newly expanded kitchen. You remember the old kitchen was attached to the old dining hall, the small dining hall, isn't it? And a part of the main dormitory. And twice or thrice it has caught fire. Yes, and we felt that this is a security risk. The main dorm accommodates about 800 students today to 1,000. Yes. We now want to tell you the school that you've gone through, where it is now. That's a new chem lab. The school has 6 science laboratories. That's one of the new, down is the chem lab 1, chem lab 2. That's the Form 2 block. The Form 2 block is relatively new. There 8 classes. It's a block of 8 classrooms. And the Form 1 block is a new block. Moving up next to the gate, the school has shifted to the upper field. That's where the Form 1 block, a block of 8 classes, classrooms. We have the new CBC. We were prepared for CBC. So the government did put up 3 classrooms. All our classes are tiled. We removed the wood. We removed the wood. Over the years, the wood changed color. And today child at home, they have tiles. At home, they come to school, it is of wood. That does not look like wood, it does. And we have tiled all our classrooms. We've now done a parade ground. You can see the Form 1 block, the Form 2 block, the chem lab. That is now the new parade ground. Because the school today has 2,062 girls. It's a big school. It has 9 streams, 9 Form 1 classes, 9 Form 2 classes, 8 Form 3 classes, and the Form 4 is the smallest, 7 classes in Form 4. And every class has between 58 to 69 classes. The girls are congested. The classes are inadequate. Form 1s are 602 in 9 classrooms. There's supposed to be in 12 classes, but we don't have classrooms. That's the Limuru Girls. I want Mwarimu, you take us the dream school. Why we called it? We want you to share our dream. The dream school. Limuru Girls, this is an ongoing structure. This year or even last year, 2 Form 1 students joined the school. One this year, because I know her very well. Her parents are my colleagues. And she came and arrived at the gate and said, Mom, we've made a mistake. This cannot be Limuru Girls. You mean this is Limuru Girls? Why does their gate look this way? What is the problem? No, Mom, this is a mistake. We go back. The girl refused to enter Limuru Girls because of the image and the radius. You know, image is everything, isn't it? Image is everything. So we sat down as the members of the board and our teachers and even our students, and we decided we change the face of the school at the gate. That is the future of Shokserian at the gate. That is the gate that is coming up. It is coming up. That is where it has reached. It is still under construction. And we are hoping by May it will be done. And the girls that will join, they will be proudly be saying, come and see our gate. You know, come and see. we have a new gate. It gives them the confidence. Let's move on, Mr. Isaka. We are celebrating 100 years. And I can tell you girls, you read this, you are blessed. That we are about to celebrate the century, the centenary, 100 years of Limuru Girls in your time. And that we've entered the second century of Limuru Girls, and we are still here and going very strong. The celebrations are slated for May.
This is what we are planning to do.
May. Countdown. We have less than 2 months. May 20th. We said we do not just celebrate. What are we celebrating? Apart from the very many girls that have passed through the school, what will be our signature projects? And we have this is the monument that will be unveiled on 20th of May by our chief guest. It will have offices, and one face it will be written about the alumni of Limuru Girls. We write the class of 1968. Who are these? You write the class of 2000. Yes, 2000. We write the class of 2007, 2006, 810, 89. One face. Maybe I've seen the A, maybe the A, madam. We write you there. Yes. She's the first girl. She said to have scored a penny in Limuru. We write on this monument. Then the board members that have passed through this school, the PA chairman that have passed this school, she's our parent and a former, this is the monument. Yesterday, we started the construction yesterday. We handed over the site to the contractor, and he is doing it 24 hours. So that by May, by the time we open the school, on 8th of May, it will be done, waiting to be unveiled. Then we have the proposed library. I want you, Mr. Isaka, you go back to the old library, where these girls, these ladies who are lawyers, the doctors, the engineers, in IT, in all sectors. I had a lady saying, I'm a pastor. That's old library. The girls today fight to the book. It is so small. It accommodates only 8 girls. We've tried to renovate it, to readjust it. You can see it is a very small. In a school of 2,000 students, it is very small. The girls book, they book with the sweaters, with the fleece jacket, with the books. Then somebody else come and remove them, and we find them fighting. What are we proposing? We need a resource center. And where we are headed as a school, we want to position ourselves. Limuru Girls, we want to position it so that it can become very competitive as we are preparing to receive the senior secondary, the new system of education. Now there's a JSSS, isn't it? Now we are moving, 2025, the senior secondary. Limuru Girls, we are positioning the school such a way that it become one of the most competitive schools in the Republic. We are sure that we will be able to be around it to offer the 3 pathways. The STEM, that is science and mathematics, because we are currently putting up 3 science, we're putting up a science complex of 9 science labs, and we've started with 3. By May, they'll be complete. That will bring it to a total of 9 science labs, fully equipped with the departmental offices. And there it is. You can see the ongoing science complex. And our PE chairman is here. The plan is next year we go to the next level, next phase, and the last phase of 9. By the time the JSS join us in 2025, we'll be having 15 science laboratories. All those who want to become scientists, they hope to come to Limuru Girls. Yes, then, resource center. Resource center. We are saying we do not just want a library, we want a resource center. The resource center is where ground floor girls will be seated, they'll be seated, this is IT room, that research, they'll go and do research. Let me tell you, Limuru Girls, the girls are competing very well. World, Jogo, it's called what? World scholars. There's a competition. And the girls, they have to do research. We asked the parents to bring laptops. The parents brought laptops because the school does not have a research center. We have a computer lab, but we don't have a research center. We wanted to have a resource center that houses not only a library. Move back to the library, the readers to see. That is the section for books. The girls are seated in the library reading quietly. And then they can go and research. The teachers can take a class of 40, 50, 60, and teach them with using IT, projector, IT, and so that somebody talked about ladies and women join the IT, the information technology. And if we don't position ourselves well, then we'll be left behind. Our girls must be given the resource that they need so that they can compete very well with the others. We want Limuru Girls also to be given, to be allowed to offer the science, the social sciences, that is the history, the CRE, so that we continue to churn out girls that will become judges. I'm happy, and I was asking the BM chairman, Limuru Girls had a case. How did we lose and you are there? How? Because we lost. How, honestly? How did we lose? We lost a case. How? Where were you? We lost. We have paid. We have paid more than 10 million. How and you are out there, honestly. We will never lose another case because you have noted all of you. Yes, and now that we'll walk together this journey together. Now, our ladies. One of the agenda of this meeting is to provide a forum for you to catch up. And I've wrecked the excitement. Introductions have taken us more than 1.5 hours. And that one we have achieved it very well. Very well. That is good. Now you know one another. You know who to reach out to. The young girls that are finishing university, you have seen our girls who is not float anywhere. Madam, your 2 daughters are safe. And I can tell you, the network. Networking is very important. As I said, enrollment has grown from a small school. A class of, I was looking at, when you say you're here, I was looking at the total enrollment. Class of 89, you here, isn't it? The whole school was 424. So you basically knew everybody. That small class of 1989, 424 girls to the current class of 23. They are, with the whole school population is 2,062. Teaching staff, 78 teachers. Workers, we have 55 workers. And at times we enlist help of casuals. The school still remains very competitive in national exams. Very competitive. The Limuru Girls is not being left behind in national examinations. Last year, we took to public universities 90%. We had 387 girls and 90% of them managed to score C+ and above, all the way to A. One of our students, known as Natasha Goko, and I know she's watching us now, she was position 4 nationally. She was the best girl in the Kiambu County, and she's currently working with the Equity Bank in Kikuyu. She was picked by Equity Bank as one of the best girls in Kiambu County. So the school is still going strong and doing very well in national examinations. And our results are credible. Our curve was normal from an A to a C, and nobody can doubt our students. The way I've seen you talk in confidence, you have seen one of our very recent candidate, alumni of 2022. Where are you? Yes, there she is. The language is still there. The confidence is still there. Our girls are being offered very competitive courses at various universities. It is because of what you did, the foundation. You laid very, very strong foundation. Shokserians are known everywhere. The girls, people say, is it the Limuru girls of brown or the red one? And we say proudly the brown one. And we are proud of our brown uniform. Yes. Let me take you quickly of what we are doing to celebrate the centenary. The second agenda is to bring you on board. Ladies, we want you come on board. How do we celebrate the centenary without you? Is it possible? How? I ask how? It is not possible. It is not possible to celebrate the centenary without you. So what are we doing? We started the activities. It is not a one-day affair. It has been, we've been having very many activities. And like this, we started with, we came up with items to sell, to let the world know Limuru Girls is 100 years old. The stickers, car stickers, they're out here. We are selling them. The hoodies, I love chalks. I'm a chalk seller. You've seen our teacher hoodies. Marimu, can you let them see? What are you wearing? Yes, she's wearing a polo shirt. It is written what? Chalks at 100. You can't leave this hall without one. So Mrs. Jogu, she's our English teacher. She's a senior teacher. She is also the one in charge of the Centenary Committee of Teachers and Students and Workers in the school. And they've been selling the merchandise. This far, they've raised 1.5 million. Selling the merchandise to everybody, even the visitors. Come and see. Be associated with the Limuru Girls. I'm proud of Limuru Girls. Limuru Girls at 100. The girls themselves are buying them. They are proud to belong to Limuru Girls. We are currently compiling a centenary book where we want you to feature. Publisher, he's here. Kindly stand up. I invited the publisher. Yes. Compiling. He has been correcting articles. And today, kindly make sure that you correct articles from these ladies. What do you have to say about Limuru Girls? You'll be there. Tutakweka hapo. Your book. We are doing a book. And we are doing a book we put in the library. Members will buy. The girls will buy. Our parents will buy. Our friends will buy the book. We want to raise funds for the school. So we want to do the 100 years. We put it in a booklet. So that the next 100 years will be read. People will be reading us. There was a principal, there was a BOM chairman, there was a PA chairman, there were these ladies. Even this event will be featured in that book. To raise funds and to capture our history, the history of Limuru Girls, and document it for the generations to come. That's what we are doing. That's another activity. So when Ronald comes to you kindly, you take a photograph, you see something, it will be featured in the book. And by May, you come, you buy the book also. BOM came up with the signature projects. That is the gate. These are our signature projects. As we celebrate the 100 years for Limuru Girls, it is not a one-day affair. We want to leave our signature there. The gate, we've done the parade ground. There's a monument. There's a proposed administration block, Mr. Isaka. There it is. It is, you can see we have displayed it. This is the proposed administration block for Limuru Girls. It will cost the school about 110 million. No, these girls can raise the money. The resource center, and then do a resource center. And we've drawn them. We are only waiting for funds. We want a resource center. The BQ is about 30 million. Fully furnished, with books, with everything, fully done. These are our signature projects to mark the centenary for Limuru Girls. That's what the body is doing. We've done the parade ground. Is almost complete. We're only doing the drainage. That is where the activity will be held. The gate is under construction to be completed in May. The monument will be completed by May. And now we are left with these two projects, the administration block. I've had readers that work with the Ministry of Education, maybe the various ministries, various NGOs, resource center. And we are feeling the administration block can be done. We want to start. Immediately after May, we start in June. Because we are shifting the school from where it is now to the current classrooms. The Form 3 block, mwalimu anakaa kwa mlango, can't move. There's no way you can move. The classes are 69, 68, 67. In a class meant for 25 girls, they are so congested. So we have to shift them to Form 2 block, which is recent and it is bigger. The Form 4s are shifting next year to the Form 1 block, because that is where the school is positioned to take. And the Form 2s will move to the CBC block, that has 3 classes. So quickly, we need to start by June putting up 6 classrooms where the Form 2s will occupy. Form 1s will occupy the 4 block. The Form 3 block, where there are small rooms, will be left for home science, RAPs, art and design. We started art and design, French. Actually, we even wanted to start Germany this year. We met a German teacher. We're still looking for somebody to come and start as Germany. We'll be left for these small subjects, elective, and maybe music. Therefore, to have shifted the school to the upper ground, the teachers must shift. And therefore, I've told the BM chair and the chair PS here, the administration block must start by June. Another activity is the walk. And I want to invite all of you to join us in the walk. There's a walk slated for Saturday 8th. Next Saturday. Walk. We are walking. We are walking from Limuru Girls Gate. It will be flagged off by our area MP, Junior Kilago, on 8th at 8:30. And we have 2 aims of the walk. To raise awareness that Limuru Girls exist, it has been in existence, and it has become of age. We are 100 years old. And we've never heard of any indiscipline issue coming from Limuru Girls. Have you ever seen any? Nah, do you know have you heard of any? No, yeah, no, clap for yourselves and even for us. It's a good school. Has produced readers in all sectors. And we are still moving on. 100 years and we are still moving on. And becoming stronger as a school. Second, to raise funds. To raise funds. These members you can see here, this is the committee of, Centenary Committee of the board. The members are here. And collectively, we've raised 700,000. So you clap for them. The chairman will present a check on 8th. We need you help us. Please don't leave today before you commit to join us. We are walking from Limuru Girls Gate to Kamoda, the junction, to Tigorni police station, all the way to Limuru town. At Limuru town, we'll spend 2 hours there. We have the best band in, I think in Kenya, the best. Our band is beautiful. We have our scouts that you lead, and we have the St. John's. If you not believe it that you are in Kenya, you just come. Just come. We spend hours there, doing our own things and telling people here we are. We are working. And by the way, we've received support. The Heart to Heartland, they provided us with an ambulance. An ambulance. There's other people have provided us with water. Other people are provided with, for those who will fall on the way, they'll be carried back or carried forward. Kindly join us. We want to raise funds and to bring awareness. That's another activity. The other activity we have come up with is Mchaga. Mchaga. Wait, there's a very good lady to raise funds, online fundraiser. Have you seen it? Where is this lady? Come, Christine, come and explain. She's the one who came up with it. Mchaga. What are we chagaring? And you tell the members to start chagaring.
Hi guys. We've started an Mchanga. I'm sure all of you or most of you are aware of what Mchanga is. You can do, sorry, I'm not loud enough. We've started the Mchanga, which is an online platform for fundraising. The reason we started this is because we wanted to make it slightly easier for anyone to send money in for the centennial celebration in particular. This is a project that we started with the school in hand with the alumni. And the link, I think, should be running on the online platform. So everyone who's online has the link. Anyone else who needs it, I will put it on the groups that I'm on, and you can give me your number also. We will share it. I'll share it on the social media pages that we have access to. And please, send in your donations. Yani, nothing is too little. And the more the merrier. Share it among your groups. Share it with everyone you know. This is not the whole alumni. It's been 100 years. So share it with everyone. Thank you.
Yes. That's another activity that is ongoing. We hope to raise funds towards the celebrations. And it is not easy to have to organize and to prepare for 100 years celebrations. We are raising funds, and we have signature projects. And we are not charging parents. We want to believe our alumni, our well-wishers, the government will help the Limuru Girls to achieve what we have set out to. Number 7, we target to plant 3,000 trees. That is before we close the school. And Mr. Amos, kindly come and tell these ladies, each one of you come and plant a tree. Yes. And the girl will give you a girl who will also plant hers, and she will take care of your tree.
the best way to be remembered is to have some shade for someone when you are away. Is it so? Then just plant a tree. Sorry? Yes, we have consulted. We already have a list of the trees that can grow in Limuru or that do well in Limuru. We were also advised to put up a bit of trees that bear fruits, so that the girls also, along the way, they enjoy the shade in the cold and also take a bit of fruits. So we have that opportunity, and we will be letting in fact, while seated here, I've been informed that the first batch of 100 is already very ready for our picking and planting, and we were advised also to make it continuous rather than a one-day exercise. The guys in forestry advised us, let's do a small batch, then we do another one, then we do another one, all until we complete the 3,000 trees. That is the way those of us who are here today will be remembered 100 years later.
Thank you. He is the chairman of the Centenary Committee of the Board, Professor Amos. Personally, I've planted a tree. I'll be remembered very many years. It took even this is the 2nd century of Limuru Girls. Come and plant a tree. We'll ensure that there are seedlings for our Rumina to come and plant. Number 8. And the main one is the Centenary Day. The Centenary Day. The targeted day is Saturday, 20th of May. It is a Saturday. It is countdown. We sent out our chief guest. Our chief guest is, and we've sent invitations. Date is almost confirmed. Is His Excellency the President. Yes. He has visited the school before. And in 2018, he was just about to come, then something happened, but he sent representatives. Then there was a fundraising ceremony. And this time round, we're sure he will attend our celebrations. The day will be steered by the ACK, who is the sponsor, the bishop, the archbishop. All our students are preparing for that day. The band is polishing. The entertainment is being polished. The teachers are taking charge. We can tell you, ladies, we are set. The only missing component is the alumni. Yes. Thank you. And now we want to open the floor. But before we open the floor, let me make my concluding remarks. You now have the feel of Limuru Girls. Since you left, since that year that you left. And where you know now where we are today and where we want to go. You can feel it now. You have it. You know this. The Nile Dome is still there. The cubes. The cubes that was meant of 1 cube of 1 girl, now they are 4, 5. The main dome that accommodated a whole cube of 2 girls, 1 cube has about 30. Classes of 25 girls, classes now of 65, 69, 70. There's something, indeed, there's something now you feel you can do for Limuru Girls. And while you are doing the introductions, I felt you say, we come back, we want to come back. I've been wondering, indeed I've also been wondering, where is the Limuru Girls alumni? No, you are missed out. I called Evelyn, Tolga. Tolga came, and through Evelyn, and they said they wanted to refurbish the school hall. And indeed they did. They did something. Thank you, Evelyn, with your group. But it was very true. it was so, I don't want to say the figure, Evelyn. But here, the ladies are here. They're saying, no, we want to do something for the Limuru girls. What is it you are feeling you want to do? In what I've talked about. And I'm not talking about Tolga. This is not about Tolga. It is about celebrations, 100 years. How will you be felt? How do we celebrate 100 years without you, honestly? That was the missing link. And hence, today's breakfast meeting. To bring you together to tell you, we can't celebrate. You go to tell us, do we cancel it? Or do we go ahead? If you go, how do we go ahead without you? Where munaigiria wapi? Ladies, munaigiria wapi? That you'll be telling us. There's something you can do. And I'm happy Limuru girls are standard ladies of substance in all sectors. We were waiting to, Justina is here, Justina, she was the aspiring, what? Are you president? Running mate, she was the running. Limuru girls, can you imagine, maybe the next, there will be a president from Limuru girls. Justina, if you call your running mate to come to Limuru girls, to support one of these signature projects, Justina, we were waiting for Karen Ninyamu. Where are you, Karen? Where is Karen? No, she told me she was, there's a committee she's heading in Naivasha, and she was not very sure whether she will attend, but I'm sure she's online. There is a Mirio Thiabo. You know, her sister is here. I'm also aware there is a niece. Where is the niece? Where is the niece? Ah, yes. Yes. Thank you. And each one of you, where you are, can we move the school forward? Look at alliances. Look at Bishop Gatimu God Girls, where I am an alumni of Bishop Gatimu God Girls. The alumni in that school, we decided to do a resource center, a library. And by the way, we have very, very needy students. Very needy students. The student who wrote to me a letter and told me, as you go meet the alumni, tell them, my parents, I lost my parents, and she owes the school 102,000. Tell them, I need their support. The girl is in Form 3. She owes the school 102,000. By the way, I do not send our students home because it is not their responsibility to pay school fees. We engage parents. We have an internal bursary committee. We have the school canteen, used to call it tuck shop. Yes, tuck shop. Tuck shop. Through the tuck shop, we've been able to tile and refurbish all our classes. Through the tuck shop, it also raises 100,000 per term to pay fees for the very needy students. But it is not enough. Every year, every term, we pay fees totaling about 200 to 300,000. Our deputy principal academics, Mrs. Gedeji, is in charge. When the parents come to school, we raise money. We raise money. We tell them, tunapasi kihodo. You know, we do impromptu harambe. Like now, the Form 1 class, they were there in the school on the 17th. We raised 78,000. That is a fees for the whole year for one girl. Now that you are here, there are girls that come to school courtesy of the primary school teachers. They raise the fees for term 1, term 2, the children don't know what to do. Or they lose the parent or the two parents. The school does not allow these girls to drop out. If you can come in whatever way, we're inviting you to come. Thank you, Redes, because you said you want to mentor these girls. We have the career day slated for first week in May, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're opening on 8th, that week. We invite various ladies from various sectors to come and mentor the girls. We'll reach out to you. We'll give you a slot. You come and mentor the girls. Tell them I was in now. Here I am. I'm a doctor. I am an IT. I am this. Justina, come. I am aspiring to be the president. Justina, isn't it? Yes. And I used to sleep here. This was my class. Join us to move the school forward. The Limuru Girls starts its journey into its second century. Thank you. May God bless you. And now I want to invite our peer chairman. Give me a clap also. I think there's something I've said. Clap for our peer chairman.
As I stand here as the PA chair, and my daughter Sandy, who is in Form 4P, as my daughter Sandy joined Limuru 2020, I have the privilege to see my daughters beautiful as you look, and let us clap for ourselves. What a privilege to be and to have gone through Limuru Girls. And we are very proud to be with you here this morning, indeed to start yet another new page in the upcoming history of Limuru Girls. And as we assemble here, I become your foster dad because I'm the chair of all the parents in Limuru. And I'm very proud to continue to be your dad in the next century that is coming. I am told of a story of the elephants, and this is a community of female elephants. Those of you who have studied zoology or animal behavior, there's something very unique about the female elephants. When the mother is about to give birth, the rest of the female elephants, they surround the mommy elephant, and their trunks or their tusks are out, and they continue to splash the soil, the stones to the other side while the mom elephant is giving birth, such that nobody can be able to see the mom elephant giving birth. But as you go deeper to the story of the female elephants, when the mom has completed giving birth and the time to celebrate comes, they also start to dig to bring the soil and cover the small newborn elephant. And why do they do that? They want to cover the young one against the weather conditions, even as the young elephant starts to grow. And why do I say this? Limuru, as we have been there for the last now 3 years, as your PA chair and your dad now, time has come for us, the old girls, to ensure that we start to protect one of our own, that is the Limuru Girls. And this morning, therefore, under the able leadership of the BOM chair, Professor Kefa, and also the principal, we have called you here so that you can form a community of female elephants that can be able to protect not only the school, but also the smaller girls, the young ones who are in that school, so that we can be able to establish a connection between the years of 1922 and the current one and going forward. And therefore, the challenge at hand for the old girls is, Limuru has done something for you. What have you, or what will you do for Limuru? And I want to ask the technical team just to put on a small 2-minute video that will summarize my challenge to the girls. I don't know whether the technical team, you are ready. If you can be able to put that clip, and it's here. In there, you can be able to see small children starting a journey. There is the finish point, and you can see the small baby who is leading the rest is almost getting to the finish line, and people, parents are cheering. But you can see the baby, has he crossed the line? Girls, have they crossed the line? No. The baby has not crossed the line, but almost there. So they are cheering the baby. And you can see from behind, there are others who are moving also slowly towards the finish line. The rest are there. Others are stuck at different levels of the race. And the second baby there has just sat. You can see the mother there say, come and cross the line. But the baby has lost concentration. The one who was leading is still there and has not closed the line. And the second one is now going back. And the other one who was leading has also turned to go back. But you can see a third one at the other side, on the right side, also almost getting to the finish line. And there's a fourth one here, behind here. And that becomes the end of that story. And to us here, it doesn't matter how we started. It doesn't matter that you have not made contribution, because when you are talking, everything and everybody said you have always had this nagging idea, how do we contribute? What is the platform? And here the school, through the board, has provided a platform for us as the All Girls to also put this school in the national map, and rightly so, to where it belongs. So what we have done, what we have not done is now history, but we are starting a new leaf. And I want to tell you a small story. Recently, when my daughter went to see a gyno at KM, and the ladies here, and my daughter was in the Chalks uniform, you know, the beautiful chocolates. So we waited because the doctor was having so many people. And of course, you know, Dad, we don't get into there. The mom went inside as I waited. And I could hear inside the hugs. The doctor was hugging my daughter. You come from Chalks. And I had to open the door to see. And I found the doctor was hugging my daughter. And she proudly produced the photos of Limuru. Many, many years. And the doctor is in the house. And can we clap for her? That is the spirit of, and she is there. Can you stand and wave? It was amazing when my daughter came and said, you know what, Dad? I found the doctor was seeing me. She was in Chalks. And they had a long, long conversation, and I was getting impatient, as that is could be. But that is the spirit that should be able to be carried out as far as the Chalksians are concerned. And finally, Madam Teresa becomes a blessing to this school for the last 2.5 years so. And I want to assure all the Chalksians that the school is in absolute good hands, even as she continues to steer this school and place it where it belongs. I invite each and every one of you, including many of you in different age or years that you completed, mobilize your fellow ladies, bring them on board, and above all, as we provide you with this platform, to discuss and show us how you want to give back to the school that made you who you are. And with these few remarks, I expect you to give me a very good clap for such a wonderful presentation. And it's now my duty to invite my chair of the board, and I want also to ask the girls, but still there's heavy breakfast there, pick as we bring this presentation to the end. Professor, it's now your turn to address my daughters.
Thank you very much, our chair PA. And our alumni, good morning once again. I will try to keep it short and so that we can be able to wind this up. And I want to start by saying that you are a group of very lucky ladies. You are in the original 6 national schools, because Limuru Girls was among the original 6 national schools. And so, clap for yourselves for having made it to this great institution. The reason why you are standing tall today is because you stood on the shoulders of giants, those who are there before you. May you purpose to be able to let and allow those who come after you, as we engage with the 2nd centenary, to be able to say, we also stood on the shoulders of giants. And you cannot be able to let them say that they stood on shoulders of giants unless you actively engage with the school. So the reason we have invited you here As much as we needed to catch up is for you to be able to engage with their alma mater, for you to be able to give back to this great institution that has nurtured you to where you are. I call upon you to be part of the future conversations in the second century of this great institution in order for you to be able to uplift a girl and shape their future and their destiny. And if you want to make a lasting impact, we must appreciate impact is made by those who are converted, and you are the converted, those who are here and those who are listening and watching us online. And because you are the converted, I call upon you to be able to engage with us in relation to the projects that have been captured very clearly by our principal. There is a stream of the Mchanga account that you can engage with as you give contributions for the infrastructural expansion of the school. On 8th of April, we have a walk. It's about 10 kilometers walk. It's not only good because it will raise funds, but it's also good because it will keep you fit and it's good for the heart. Come and join us on that day as we walk from the school and walk to Limuru, make some fanfare there, and then come back to the school. I would also invite you to take ownership of one of the projects that we have enumerated here so that you can proudly say, I gave back to my great institution. We are calling upon you to own and adopt the resource center. How beautiful it would be if you came to the school 20 years from today and you actually find your name inscribed on the wall or the plaque of the resource center. May you purpose to take up the challenge. May you purpose to be part of the future conversations. May you purpose that when the next centenary book is written, your name will be there as part of the great team that has been able to contribute to this great institution. As I wind up, it is a duty that we have to give back to community because it is part of what we are called upon to do as part of humanity. And so, may we be able to respond to this call so that we can be able to uplift the girls and be able to give the girls that will come to this great institution a future. With those many remarks, we would want to invite responses from the floor. Our story is out there. The jury is on your side. Thank you very much.
A round of applause once again. All right, I believe we have been challenged and the buck stops with us. So let's start from there. We already know what the agenda is. What are you willing to commit? A lot of you did mention during the introduction that they're ready to help. So maybe a mic will be going around. Maybe we can start with that. What can we do as an alumni association? Who is the first to give suggestions? Sure.
Good morning. I didn't introduce myself. Let me just also take that intro. So my name is Edna Kirui. I was in the class of, I was in, I'm the first person to repeat. So I repeated, I would have finished in 95, but I finished in 96. But I identify as 95 because we shared a lot with this lot. So during that period, I was able, when I was in Form 3, I realized I'm in a national school with a D+. Where am I going? So I decided to go back. And also, I learned myself. I found myself, and I found Jesus, and it has been my journey. So I realized so many people in, national schools, we have that struggle, and I needed to share that. So in my life now, I'm an author also. So I've written a book of my life in chalks, which is being printed. And part of the proceeds, I want to take it back to school. I was also part of when I was in school, I was also part of the school magazine. We used to have Spider Bee, so I used to write articles there. So when you say you want to write a book, you want to write what, I'll give back to that, and whatever we can do in writing and spread the word, I'm here for you. Thank you. Oh, my sister was also there, 1996. She finished 1999. That was Betty Kirui. I begged my dad for her to join me, and I'm really glad he listened. I'm proud to speak English everywhere, even at work. I'm always the one writing. So, tuendelee hivyo, na thank you for taking your daughter there. We'll help her grow. Thank you.
All right, who's next? Who has opinions that can help?
Good morning one more time. Well, I didn't introduce myself completely. I'm a gender specialist. I trained as an educationist, teacher of English. I was taught by Professor Kimani Wanjoroge, and the first thing he told me is not to say English. He said it's pronounced as English. So I'm a teacher, trained teacher of English and literature, but I got into the NGO world, and I'm a gender specialist, and I identify with two people here. So I'm a happy person today. Over and above that, I think to redeem time, because we are out of time, I just want to say thank you so very much. Madam, we are very proud of you. I'm seated here, I'm meeting you for the first time, and I'm saying Chalks has the right person. We are very proud of you. We believe that even as you've started, you'll take this school to very great heights. Thank you and congratulations. I want to say very much, great thank you also to the church. I believe I met you at the gate of Limuru Girls in September last year. We were having a drive. I think just after elections, we were with Mheshimiwa Mili, and she said, Chalks and the environment offers such a peaceful atmosphere, and so amidst all that time, court processes and a bit of unrest in the country, we decided to take a drive to Chalks. So that's when we met the Reverend by the gate, and I remember that what he asked, I've not forgotten, and I'm sorry we've not gotten back to you, but he said that the carol choir actually needed uniform. They needed robes of a different color. I know we had, I was part of the carol choir, and we had maroon with white collars. Yes, so they could have as much as they want, I mean, in terms of different colors, which also brings me to speed on my suggestions. First, representing Millie, you'll forgive me just for a little more time. So Millie says to say that Chalks is a place of giants. And it resonates well with what has been said today by Professor and even by Madame, that when you're able to stand tall because you stood on the shoulders of giants. And Chalks has giants. What we perhaps need for the future is a structured way of interaction and engagement. And I was noting down just a few things, manners and ways in which we can interact and be involved and be engaged as an alumni. And one of which I was saying is that perhaps we need a targeted recruitment, so to speak, of alumni. We are loosely related, loosely connected. We are all out there, and we don't even know that we have a common factor, which is Chalks, something bringing us together. And we have different segments of our lives in school. I was a drama member and the best actress for 1989. So we could have a subgroup, a segment for those in the theater. I studied theater art. We could have a segment for those who are swimming. I realized that today we had so many swimmers. We could have a segment for those who are in the Farmers Club, etc., etc. We could also have regional chapters. So for starters, one of the people who actually got me to join Chalks was not my sister, but Nellie Big, because we grew up in a small town, Homa Bay. And she told me, she was in Chalks before Millie, and she told me that do not try to get yourself to Loreto, Limuru, just come to Chalks. And I was sold, I was bought, so I came to Chalks, courtesy of Nellie. We could have regional chapters. Because of the small town, I was able to meet Nellie, and I was able to get into Chalks. So that's one other way we could mobilize. And when we are mobilizing, it's not just for the sake of mobilization. Right now, we have at hand the, you'll forgive me, I don't know how to pronounce that with all my English, but the 100-year celebration. And we are looking at how can we participate as an alumni. One, let's mobilize ourselves for purposes of planning for this particular celebration. However short the time may be, the time is short, we must say that. But however short the time is, we are able to come in and do something. I look back at Chalks and I look at some of the things that I was able to pick from Chalks. I have so many firsts from Chalks. Chalks is the first place where I came in touch with mayonnaise. Up until that point, I had no idea what mayonnaise was. But we had annual food sales to raise money. I don't remember what it was for. And we could have a food sale just around here in Nairobi, one of these days, however short the time may be, that could go a long way in terms of getting some money towards this particular process. I'm also thinking, I have a few other ideas of what we could do as alumni, but perhaps I'll get into that later on because right now we are just talking about this particular celebration. I'm looking at the merchandise. I haven't gotten the opportunity to look at them so well. I will, and I will perhaps pick a few. But what I realize, and you'll forgive me, I've seen the polos, I've seen the hoodies. I wouldn't take the colors. I don't know how much of the colors variations we have, but Chalks girls are bright girls. In spite of our chocolate color, we are bright girls. We want things that speak out. We have the vibe, isn't it? So we want colors that speak out. Get us some hoodies, get us some t-shirts that are bright, and we'll help everybody else know that I am celebrating Limuru Girls. We are looking at merchandise, especially that certainly helps us to identify with Chalks, but it's not very practical for the life outside of school that was so proverbially spoken about. Chalks girls are trendy girls, one more time. We want gym wear. Brand some gym wear. Sell it to us. We are struggling with, what do we call it? Weight and fitness. I would really want to go to the gym adorning a chalk suit, you know? Chocolate. Gym tights and gym top. And we have very young girls here, 22, 21. I believe that would resonate well with them. They would want to buy that. Beyond that, I also would want to suggest that we get these younger people involved in our activities so strongly, so much, because they bring energy and they bring fresh ideas. What I would be bringing on board, my daughter cannot, what my daughter would be bringing on board, I cannot bring on board. And what a girl who's graduated in 2022 would be bringing on board, my daughter wouldn't bring on board. So let's involve them. Let's have them in the Tolga committee, purposefully. Let's have representation from different classes and perhaps have a side committee representing classes from 1968 to date, and also taking into account the double classes where we had O-level graduates and A-level graduates. I've spoken so much. Thank you for the time.
Thank you for your contribution. Just a few.
Good morning once again. You know, sometimes I act like a teacher, so I find myself walking to the front of the class, just so that I'm able to see everyone. As I said earlier, my name is Evelyn Okwero, and I am speaking on behalf of Tolga. Madam Principal and the board, I cannot tire to say thank you for bringing us together. Ladies, I'm glad we've come together. But truth be told, I think we need to do a bit of, do I say soul searching? Do I say housekeeping? Yes, we need to do a bit of housekeeping because Chalks is us, and Chalks made us. We have reached out as old girls sometimes, and we do not get any responses. And I have to admit there are several instances that I went to the principal's office with my head bowed down due to embarrassment. So now that we are here, can we move together as a team? The school needs us. If you visit the dormitories, you will not believe the state in which the girls are staying in. You look at some of the tiles in the dormitories, you can't believe it. You go to main block, you look at the hostels, the dormitories where they are. You can't believe it. It is not the school we were in. I think the principal has been fair in not painting the grim picture that is at the school. The toilets are a mess. The classrooms are a mess. The dormitories are overcrowded. The girls do not even have confidence in themselves. They cannot speak fluent English in one sentence. That's how bad the school is. What are we doing as the alumni? Here we are, able to stand tall and speak with authority because of this same school. But what are we doing for the school? How many of us have stood and gone back to the school to even give a tree seedling? Or ask the bazaar, is there a needy student? What can I do? How many of us have done that? I'm grateful and very honored that we are here. And I hope before we leave, we will all leave our contacts. And when we are put in a group, do I bring it here? Do I say it here? When we are in a group and a communication is made and you're not sure about what the communication is about, please do not be sensational. Do not start spreading rumors, because I don't think Evelyn standing in front of you would bring you false information to the WhatsApp group, right? So let us behave ourselves. Let us respect ourselves. Let us stand tall as chalks. And Mwalimu, I have no idea when we changed to double X. Oops, yeah, we were many. While we were away, apparently, our single X chalks became double X. We therefore have to come back strong and retain our single X. This can only be retained if, and I repeat, this can only be retained if your presence can be felt. We have over 1,000 students scrambling for the tiny swimming pool that we all went through. The tiny hall, they can no longer have meetings in the school hall. They're holding meetings in the dining hall. Is that chalks? Meetings in the dining hall. They cannot have lessons in the library. Once we said we were going to refurbish the school hall, because granted we have so many memories with that school hall. But what came out of a group of 289 students, members? We got 45,000. It was too embarrassing to take 45,000 to school. I topped it up to 50. I got whiteboards. I got seedlings to cover our face. But for how long will we cover our faces? We need to move together. And granted, our association has not been strong. We had a bit of challenges, but we have done our soul searching, and we have agreed. We had a conversation with Madam Lady Justice Sangawa, retired, and she has promised to help us revive the association, to make us be legally in existence. Betty, Wanjera, Lucy, they're all willing to support us. So let us give them the support that is needed. We need to call for an AGM. Please, again, I repeat, do not allow me to book a venue and get 3 people in attendance. This has happened severally. I call for meetings, we invite people, 3 people show up. We give updates in the WhatsApp group. What comes out? You're trashed. Let's move away from that. We are classy ladies. Let's conduct ourselves in a classy manner. And let us represent our school in a classy way. We are about to celebrate 100 years. Actually, we are already 100 years old. There's a yearbook that will be made. There's the team by Betty who have a book. It's basically a book of short stories featuring ladies of impact in the country. And part of the ladies featured are from Limuru Girls. So we would like to present these books to the school so that can be in the library to also motivate the girls.
Again, good morning. You're looking at some of the ladies who served on the Tolga board. Just to mention one thing, and to everyone in the room, Tolga was, Lucy, please come and join us. Tolga at that time was very active. I mean, we made very many visits to the school. We mentored the girls, we did career day. We used to come for the prize giving day to support the school. So I think in agreement with Evelyn, it's just looking at how we can re-engage. The association is registered, we have, audited accounts. It really is in existence, and it's just to look at how to revitalize and how to engage with you. Tolga was a big part of the 80-year celebration where we came to the school, we planted trees, we had a big dinner at Serena, and just to mention also, Tolga has those regional structures. We do have alumni represented in Australia, UK, Americas. We have representatives, and all that is documented. So again, it's just looking at how to revitalize, because there are girls out there who are so proud to be in Limuru Girls, and I'm sure they would want to be part of the centennial celebrations. So we'd like to hand over this book to you. This is a book compiled by Susan Githuku, Footprints Press. It's a book that's, someone can hold it so I can read. It's called Life's Journeys, Seeking Destinies. It's about great women in this Kenya. And I can say, I think there are 7 or 8 old Limuru girls in this school, including Justice Mary Ngawa, Mumbi Kaigwa, Joyce Alwoj, Rose Kimoto, women who are Joyce Anwanjui as well. So there are women who are in Limuru Girls in this book, and it has short stories. So the idea is in the library, when you girls go to school, to the library, you can pick one story, and they are very inspiring stories. So Walimu, we would like to present this book to you. Put the microphone down. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we are moving on. Well, you want to say something?
Thank you so much. I think in support of what we are saying as Tolga, also Mwalimu, well done for what you've done this far, but we would appreciate, even as we reconvene as the alumni, can we get to hear what are the budgetary commitments on those projects that you have cited? Because that is going to aid us, even as we come together to know and plan better on how we can plug again with the school. And well done for what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. We are moving on well. We are happy with that, the way you've decided it's the time. Tolga has been in existence, and Evelyn has been coming to my office, and we've been talking. But she also reached a point, and then where did you disappear to? She just walked away, and she didn't come back. She told me that Tolga, the girls did not come out so strongly like the way she had hoped. But today's agenda is not about Tolga. I want to state here very clearly, the today's function was school function, organized by the school, funded by the school to bring the alumni, Tolga included, to start talking. And this far, it has been very good. I said from the word go, one is you come together and you catch up, and I liked it. I am even missing hours. I will start asking them what happened. That agenda was well done, and I can see from our online alumni is very active. They are giving us very good comments. All the way from Australia, Britain, America. They are spread the whole globe. Second, I said there will be no celebrations without you. We either do away with it or you are with us. Yes, that's actually the main reason why we wanted you to come on board. How do we start telling the girls? 2062 this year, in May, that this school is 100 years old and they can't see the girls. They will pass the school over the years. They will not be confident of what exactly are they talking about. We want you to come on board very strongly. And what I would suggest is that we have an interim committee that will organize the alumni for the purposes of participating in the celebrations, activities. Moving forward from, how do you get engaged on 8th? Who will come? Who will organize? Who will organize the days? The girls are waiting for you. They know. Today I told them, I am meeting the old girls of this, they are alumni of this, and they are all over. To tell them that we have a celebration, there's a walk. To request them to come. And to come dressed to walk. And to come with a check. Because how do you just walk? Honestly. I've told you, we have. Personally, I have a check of 100,000. I'll present to the girls on that day at the gate. And I promised them. And then there's a girl who told me, I am raising, by the way, our girls have raised, we gave them cards to raise money. One girl raised 22,000. One girl. There's a class that has raised over 100,000. Girls are raising money. And why are we raising money? Not for the sake of raising money. We are raising money for our signature project. We said we'll not just celebrate. We will be remembered for what? We said we want to change the face of our school. At the gate, we just change the face. Ukifika gate ya Limuru Girls. By the way, do you know why boys go to Nanyuki High School? Because of the gate. has the best, I think the best gate in the world. Ukifika Nanyuki Boys Gate, yes, I belong here. The boys just want to go to Nanyuki Boys. The gate, the administration block, and the source center for Nanyuki Boys, top notch. We want Limuru Girls to be that way. When a girl is admitted, go to Limuru Girls from Homa Bay, from Kwale, from Nyeri, from Meru, from all over the country. They come with very high expectations. Afike kwa gate say, yes, I belong here. Today they come and say, no, they some go away. I've just told you, at the gate, they just disappear. They say, no, this is a mistake. If the gate is this way, what about inside? They go away. And I've told you, images, everything. We have positioned our administration block just right at the gate. We've done it in such a way, I know where it is. And it is in my head, I can see it. I know where the principal's office will be, where the boardroom will be, the reception will be. As you get to the gate, you come at the gate, there it is, the most modern. Just come on 8th, you see the structure. Then by May, it will be done. Yes, this is Limuru. This the modern Limuru, because our past is very good, but we cannot remain at the past. We can't just be stuck. Zabezi. By the way, I sympathize with the girls who sit with that dormitory. Zabezi Naja, the down dome. They call it down dome. Down, it is, and now it will be so far from where the classes are. Me, I don't know what name they'll give it. It is so down. But it can be renovated. By the way, I came from Senior Chief Koinange, where I was for about 6 years. There was a dome, they used to call it mortuary. A dome. They used to call it mortuary. So when the girl is sent to that dome, it was called Goge House. They would say, mortuary. We redid it. They called it Radan Hostels. They say Radan Hostels. Because of the way we renovated it, we can renovate the down domes. They called them, which one now? Which one? The most modern. I don't know what the girls have ideas. I told you they called the modern toilets Brazil. No? And I was just explaining to them the flash verbs. We've imported them. Be patient. From Brazil, they are coming. Then they said, where are you coming from? From Brazil. I asked the girl, Brazil, where is it? I didn't know where it was. They don't know. The new toilets are Brazil. Oh, why? Because of the fresh fire. You said they came from Brazil. Ladies, we want to celebrate in a style. We'll be telling everybody, the whole world, to mark the centenary celebrations. We've done a gate. We've done a parade ground. It is under construction. It is just remaining the drainages. The girls are standing on bitumen, tarmacked. They are feeling good. You know, the girls today don't want to step on matope or glass. And we do a parade for 1 hour. The girls talk. We allow them to conduct the parade. They tell us. There's a very live journalism club. They capture all what goes on in school. They report on a parade. Monday parade is girls managed only. We went, like now we have a team that went to Mohoho for science and engineering fair. Yesterday we had another one. The hockey team is doing very well. The basketball, the girls. Apart from that, the monument, where you will be featured. The radio of the A, where are you? And we agreed with the chairman. I'm inviting her to come and show how our girls can score those A's. And then the administration, there where you come, administration block. The resource center. I said the administration block will cost the school about 110 million. Because you've had our staff, it's now 78. Within the next 2-3 years, we'll have a staff of 100 members, 100 teachers. That's why they meet for a cup of tea, meet for meetings, meet for lunch, and then they move to their departments for serious lesson preparations. So we are doing an administration block for the current school and for future years to come, when the school will be about 3,000 students, and it will be very soon. If Form 1s today are 6 or 5, and the demand, if we were to admit anybody who came to the Limuru Girls, we would have admitted 1,000. So where is the team that you steer this group? Where's that team? Can we put in place who coordinate the ladies to come on Saturday to do Mchaga? How do you come on the centenary? That's what we are looking for. How will you be felt? How will you be? How do you come in? Who will organize the ladies? Because me have provided a forum. Is it by years? Is it by years? If it is by years, and you reach out to those who are in abroad, they are there. They want to Mchanga, they want to walk, you know, not only walking. Some of us may not walk fast, yeah? And I'm told it is about German. 2 at the floor is about 17 kilometers. If the principal will walk, these young ladies, and you say that they will run, yeah, they will run. And those who will not be able to walk all the way, you can support. So ladies, can we have suggestions? Let's have suggestions kindly. Because I know the hotel will start telling us our time is up. Yes.
Hi, again. 1 second. So there's been a proposal. There's been a proposal that we do this in the years. Each year should have a representative. I've already gotten for 76 and 77, I think. So we look at how we can do this, the easiest way that we can be able to bring this group together. Yeah.
In years.
Yes, in years. That is the best proposal.
So
that we
every year to suggest one. They form the interim committee. Is that's what Christine is suggesting? Or what were you suggesting?
I was going to propose a way of raising funds.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good morning once again. I talk for a living, but I'll be very brief. My suggestion would be, because moving forward, the school will constantly need funds. So my proposal was going to be that we, instead of always being called to contribute money for a project in the future, we can have, this might not apply immediately, like for the walk or the centenary celebrations. This is beyond that. That when we do the alumni, we can create a fund, yeah? And we can have it in units. Because if you walk up to me today and ask me for 50,000, I may not have it. But I can commit to buy a unit for 50. Even given time, 1 million, amen? Yes, and you take your time. So you pick a unit and you buy your unit. Now what happens is that you don't use that money for the expenditure. So it means you invest it. And then the income from that, from the trusts, now is always available for the school for eternity. And it becomes a rite of passage. So that every Chokserian who graduates, unajipima, unasema, I will buy a unit for 100,000. If I'm going to do this over a year, so be it. But that money does not go to running the projects. The income from the investment is what is available for the school. That was going to be my suggestion moving forward. That way the money is always there, and Valentine's unit is there. She's committed to it. If it takes me a year to buy it, so be it. My other suggestion was going to be, because we've said we are good speakers of English, I think alumni for a female institution is not an I, it's an AE. So maybe we can correct that. Yeah.
Good. That's good. That's for the wrong run, eh? What about the immediate? We're talking about a Saturday. A committee based on years. Yes, we come up with a committee for Saturday and for May to 8th, so that we are in shocks in numbers. Yeah, we are doing it here. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. So I think just in line with what we've been discussing, even as Tolga, I think as an alumni, thank you for the correction, it can still continue to exist. But in that alumni, maybe have a subcommittee for each year representatives. But towards the centennial, I believe that we are all in different platforms. And I think a suggestion would be, like she said, to get a representative of each year that will mobilize their year to be able to contribute to the centennial celebrations. I think that's it for the short term, because the term is short. I mean, May is within a couple of, 6 weeks. So it's within a month. And the walk is on Saturday. So I think over and above that, it's just to look at our class representation. I don't know who is who's collecting the names for each representation, because we're all in all those WhatsApp groups. I wanted to suggest for the person who's compiling the book, maybe get the contacts of the students, even especially the ones who are in the 60s, 70s, to just carry on with the history, and you'll get very good stories. So maybe if it's, you can give a guide of maybe 5 questions that they can answer that will go into the book. I'm sure there are many girls online who would like to contribute, or abroad, yeah. So we can offer to coordinate as Tolga, yeah, for that, and the year groups, yeah.
No, mine is just to say that the year groups can be formed committees, subcommittees of the alumni that are ongoing for all the activities of the life of the school. So that then will be put together, and I don't know, Evelyn, Christine, if they can coordinate that and have it as a strong subcommittee that then is consistently pulling together those resources, buying the unit trust, working on the immediate near term, and then the longer term engagements. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Is it morning or afternoon? It's afternoon. Please allow me to also follow Okwero so that I don't have to keep turning. Yeah, so thank you once again, Mercy Adero, now with a more serious quote and a more serious heart. And let me begin by congratulating the principal for what you've done, and of course to my fellow alumni. I mean, us sitting here up to this time means that we have Limuru Girls at heart. Madam, I was in school on Wednesday this week, and I was just telling my team there that the school is amazing. The school is clean. You walk into Limuru Girls and you feel clean air. I was happy to be identified with Limuru Girls. Now, in terms of contribution, I said I'm an ESG consultant. And it's very sad that me seated here, I get to learn that we've had fire cases in school. That simply means that we have some safety gaps that have not been taken care of, all right? So my contribution, I'm not going to talk about the work, so much has been done, but my contribution to the school, and I'm happy that Okwero is in the same line, given a chance, I would want to do a proper organizational healthy safety audit for the school. And I'm going to do it for free. And thank you. Yes, because when we talk about ESG, I mean, we've summarized so much in an acronym. It's a very broad space. When we talk about toilets, we need to understand how the effluent is being managed in school. It's sad to hear Okwero say that when we get into the dormitories, it's not what we left. It explains why the children are not confident, because our environment contributes to how we feel. Our environment will contribute to how they focus in class. So, Madam Principal, again, I've said that given a chance, I'll do a full environmental and organizational health safety audit for the institution. Better still, a lot of development is coming up. In this era where we are today, it would be sad if those developments are not ESG compliant. And Okwero, you agree with me. I was looking for the lady who said I think she heads a program in Ethiopia or something. She's with the UN. This would be a serious fundraising platform for the school. And to the alumni, if you're in that space, the sustainability space, you know that we can raise funds for Limuru Girls to set the pace for national schools. I don't see why with all those developments and what I saw in school, Limuru Girls should not be ISO 14000 certified Okwero. And because you're here, I'm gonna take this up with you so seriously. So if you're here, please, and you are in the space of sustainability, can we help Limuru Girls be ISO 14000 certified? That is one. Number two, can we, after that audit, we will come up with an action plan to address the identified gaps. Can we now talk about improving the state of the school from a point of information? Not saying the toilets are dirty, the rooms are congested and all that, because all that we are hearing here are safety hazards for our fellow girls who are in the beautiful space that we left. So otherwise, thank you very much. In terms of the work, of course, class of 2000, you know we're gonna do it big. Give me your shout. Yeah, we're gonna do it big. And Madam, in terms of contribution, don't even worry. We are coming for the work, and even before that, you will feel the class of 2000. Thank you.
So who is the chair? Can we get the chair of this and then...
Florence is there.
No, we want not for the class, to coordinate all the classes.
Evelyn is here. You're not even opening your eyes.
So that we can be able to move together, remember that this was a scheduled meeting that was projected for 7:30 to 10. We are extremely past our time. My suggestion would be that we go for the quick wins and the low-lying fruit. Let's get one person from among all of us who will coordinate the entire team. The issue of getting the class based on the years will come later on because we have collected your data and it's all there. So let's get one person. We close this session, please, because I know that we shall start getting into trouble with the hotel. This is their business, and so we don't want to be in a space that also casts us in bad light. Can we get a suggestion for a person who will coordinate all of us together so that there will be the contact person? Evelyn, thank you very much. Then, when it comes to re-engaging and revitalizing Tolga, that's for the medium term and long term. The quick wins is we have a celebration in less than 2 months that needs to be done, and we need your onboarding on the same. So if we already have Evelyn, congratulations, and may you be able to work with us. She is already not very sure whether she wants to work with us. Evelyn, I would want you to accept willingly so that we are able to move together. It has been the missing link. We don't want to get it wrong again the second time.
Thank you, Chair. I'm willing, and I'm hoping and praying for cooperation from all of us. And as a challenge, as we leave today, could we each get a piece of the merchandise just to show our support for the school? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I think I will just take a slightly different direction. There's someone who asked Madam Principal, what budget are we talking about? Because my fear would be, even if the Mchanga platform has been created, how do we go back to our classes and tell them this is our budget, and we have agreed that every class to contribute, for example, 1 million. So can we work from a budget so that we mobilize ourselves towards the same?
Let me respond. The request we are putting across, from all the signature projects we were shown, the gate is already adopted by the parents. They are doing it fully. So that is already water under the bridge. The administration block is the prayer we are putting to the president. And so we are hopeful he will finance that. We want the alumni to own the resource center, and the BQ, which is with us, is 35 million. That's what we want you people to own.
Thank you. So if we have from classes, say, we said 1968 to 2022, can we count the number of classes that we have? Divide it amongst ourselves, give and take. Can we give ourselves a target of, say, 1 million per class?
Those would be, yes. Those would be the logistics that Evelyn would drive. Excuse me? Those would be the logistics Evelyn would drive. You've appointed her as a chair, let her work.
So
yes.
that is that is what I'm thinking. As a strategy, we work within ourselves, give ourselves a target, and then we move. Because my fear would be, as we have the Mchanga platform, and then we get like 45,000. We have seen it. Evelyn has really, really tried. So let's be doers. Let's be actionable. But thank you so much for bridging in the gap. So that is my proposal. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your contributions. I believe we can now conclude with your permission. All right, let me call Professor Amos Njuguna to give a vote of thanks. He is the chair of the Centenary Committee.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We hoped to close this earlier, but we've taken a bit of time for good reasons. So as we close, I first of all wish to thank the Almighty God for giving us the opportunity to celebrate 100 years of Limuru Girls School. We don't take it for granted, the fact that we are here to do these celebrations. Secondly, many thanks to the founders who had a vision that would outlive them. So the founders looked out and said, we've got this. And so, as someone rightly said, it is on those shoulders that today we are starting or studying. We would also want to thank the sponsor, the Anglican Church, very ably represented here today. Our appreciation for that support. Every time I go to school, the presence of the church is felt. The church is there providing spiritual nourishment for the girls, and sometimes even for us as parents when we visit the school. Many thanks to our great alumni present here today and those who are online. I would want to say to you, thank you for bringing us together. Please clap for yourselves. It is you who've made us to be here. If there were no alumni, we wouldn't be here. It's an alumni event today, and we thank you, and thank you, and thank you again. Special thanks to the Board of Management for taking the opportunity to reflect on the past and mapping the way forward. It takes vision. I've heard that we've got governance experts in here, and they'll tell you it takes wisdom, and it actually takes strategy to think about what you've achieved and trying to map that way forward. The Board of Management has set a solid foundation for the next 100 years. They're saying, let's dream and see what this will be, led by our very able chair, Professor Kefa Jenga, the vice chair, Francis Dandi, who is here with us, Mr. Shemtai, QS Austin Kamau, Miss Naomi Wagereka, who is also here. Thank you very much. Also thanking the chief principal, Miss Teresa Mwangi. Let's just give her a clap. At Chief Principal, we thank you for your enthusiasm, change orientation, and the boldness to create a good environment for the future. It takes bold people to dream and attempt to translate that dream to reality. You have to be very bold, and we have that in our Chief Principal. Our teachers, who have done so much to nurture us, previous, present, and the future. Our teachers, you have made the lawyers who are in the house today, the leaders, the journalists, the judges, the professors, the architects, the engineers, everyone who is in this house today. Much, much thanks to our teachers. Our moderator, you've been wonderful. You've been very patient, moving up and down, running up and down, but we are also happy that we've saved you a trip to the gym. Our service providers, thank you. The hotel, serving us such a good breakfast. We've enjoyed. Crimson Media covering the event and streaming it live and ensuring that our online audience is effectively engaged. Again, we thank you very much. And the media houses that covered the event today, Standard Group, Nation Media, Royal Media, and other freelance journalists who are around. In an event like this, sometimes you forget someone who contributed in one way or another. And please accept everyone accept my thank you. And on behalf of the board, again I say thank you and looking forward to your support. Let us know the areas we can improve. Let us know how we can make the next 100 years for Chalks to be greater than when those who will be there a century after today. Let them tell a story that is bigger than the story we have told today. Asanteni sana.
Thank you. All right, ladies, let's finish strong. Let's give 5 strong claps. Each clap will represent 20 years, right? So 5 strong claps. Are you ready? First one, second, third, fourth, and fifth. We are proud to be representatives and alumni of Limuru Girls School. Just a reminder that the merchandise is still out there, and also the publisher wants to take a group photo, so please stay behind. Maybe you can meet in the hallway to take that picture. Thank you. Oh, raise.
Shall we be upstanding as we wind up? This was a wonderful session. To God be the glory, great things he has done, and so loved he the world that he gave us his son, and who yielded his life an atonement for sin, and opened the gate that Rome may go. Now praise the Lord, oh praise the Lord, oh rather there is voice, praise the Lord, oh rather people rejoice, oh come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give him the glory, great thing he has done. Almighty God, great things you have done. You enabled us to congregate here today. We've reflected on the journey of being students of Limuru Girls. You've challenged us on what we ought to continue to do to support the school to continue to grow. We thank you for all these that we are able to avail themselves today. And Lord, now even as we continue, we pray that this engagement will be so active and it will be so interactive, and it will contribute to the growth of one another and also our great institution. We thank you for the principle. We look forward to a great centenary celebration. And now, Lord, as we part this day, we pray for journey masses. The next time we shall meet once again, we shall be grateful to give you thanks. Give us journey masses and continue to give us that joy of meeting and assembling together. For this is our prayer in the name of God the Father, Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. The Lord be with you. Thank you so much indeed. nĩ wega.
Mimi si